Hello, one and all. Captain Foley here. I am live and feeling alive. Out for a walk. I figured it's starting to get cold out, so why not go for an adventure? And I didn't do a lot of walking this summer. Really should have. Wish I had. But I am wearing my Trekyards uniform, as you can see. So, probably should have a jacket on, but I think it's a little too for that. I think if I had one, I would be overheating within like a minute or two of wearing it. So 6 people here, which is awesome. 2 likes. It's not so awesome, but pretty good. Anybody have anything to say? Usually somebody's commented by now. So the neighborhood's getting ready for Halloween. There's some pumpkins and stuff out. And good evening, Gary. Not sure what's going to be going on with Halloween this year, if there's going to be trick-or-treating or not. So, something we need to keep apprised of. Do you guys know, is there trick-or-treating in your neck of the woods? Oh, Gary's on his walk as well. Cool, where are you walking, Gary? Where are you from? Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to go for a walk tonight, if I was just going to do a PlayStation VR live, or if I was actually going to take the Camaro out for a drive. How cold tonight up by you? It's 10 degrees Celsius, so not cold really at all. A little bit crisp, a little bit nipply, but not cold. I definitely don't need a jacket, that's for sure. What the hell is up with my hair? Oi. So what about you guys? Is Halloween in your area going off without a hitch? Are you allowed to go trick-or-treating? 68 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that means. I don't have access to my converter to convert that to Celsius, so nice night for a walk. Let me guess. Laundry day. Nothing clean. Christchurch, New Zealand. We will have Halloween, but we kind of defeated COVID. That's awesome, guys. COVID here was pretty much flat and dead in July, but new cases have kind of been on the upswing lately, so we might actually be entering in another set of restrictions soon. Not 100% sure on that, but next week minus 22. But that's Canada. Well, like I said, it's plus 10 right now. So with Canada, it'll be minus 22, like 3 a.m. this morning. Then 0, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then 34 fucking degrees in the afternoon. That's Canada for you. Life with Matthew. COVID was dead here in Texas too around May or June until a new strain came across the border. Well, not the Canadian border, because the Canadian border's been closed to the U.S. Since March. So, life with Matthew. Are you blaming Mexicans for your COVID issues? That's not like you, man. How's your live going with Andy Trekker? I heard you got like up to $400 or so. That's fucking fantastic. What's that for again? Yeah, see, you're blaming the Mexicans. we were smart not to open our border to the U.S., which really sucks because there's a lot of conventions and trips that I had planned to go on this year to the U.S. So, but oh well, it'll happen next year, hopefully. 3D printer so we can make cooler stuff. Oh yeah, the top secret stuff. I'm not supposed to say anything about that. I know about that. I'm supposed to help. Don't worry, I won't say anything. But no, that's good that your lives are going so well. Something I ran by Samuel that maybe him and I should try. So I'd have to talk to you and get some advice in that regard. So I am a molecular biologist from Austria. There is no new strain, it's everywhere. Well, exactly, yeah. I think he meant a new influx coming in, though. Like, I know life with Matthew. He's not a dumb guy. That's the official record, anyway. And I think he meant like a new wave of it coming in, not a new strain necessarily. So, 16 people watching with 7 likes. If you haven't hit like. And I'm out of breath already. Speaking of Samuel, UK is having lockdown problems too. Yeah, I heard that. Oh well, it'll, just like the Spanish flu and stuff, it's going to come in waves. We're hitting wave 2 here now, so here's hoping that by next summer things will be more back to normal, but don't really know. Hey, Darth Revan. Speaking of, how are things over in Ireland? I believe you're over in Ireland. How's the COVID situation over there? Really need to get like a selfie stick or something. Then I look like an idiot. But you at least see better things like cars, streets, buildings, instead of the sky and my face. Just, it gets hard holding my arm out like this. And plus, I probably look like an idiot. I'd actually look better with a selfie stick. Oh, looky. It's a skunk. That's wonderful. It's like to walk by him. He doesn't want no trouble. There we go. Damn skunks. Long time no walk. Or long time no talk. Who's this? Jason, 6690. Halloween's gonna be interesting this year. To say the least, yes. I don't know what's going on over here at the supermarket. The doors are open, there's 2 cars out front. Seems kind of suspicious for this time of night. Should I report it? No, not my problem. So, I don't know if you guys want to like see the neighborhood. Whoops. So I hope everyone is well tonight. I'm doing well. Had a really busy day. I don't know if you guys have checked out essentially the London Comic Con that we had this year. It's more of a marketplace held outside. I did a captain's log on it, and I'm moving a lot of my Captain Foley only content over to my Captain Foley personal channel. So if you don't want to miss anything Captain Foley related, make sure you go and subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel. Go subscribe. Captain Foley personal channel. So go check out the video for London Comic Con this year, the COVID edition. And don't know if any of you were one of the people that left a question for me on my post. I put a post for Captain's Q&A questions because I want to get back into doing Captain's logs. So I filmed that yesterday and I hated every second of footage. There was a few issues when I played it back. So I spent like over an hour recording all this, responses to your questions. Uploaded the stuff to my computer, then looked at it on the big 4K 27-inch monitor, and I was like, had a piece of fluff or something here on my shoulder I didn't notice at all, and then I couldn't unnotice it going through the footage to do editing. So, and not only that, but on the monitors behind me had the LCARs running, but the mouse cursor was in the middle of the screen. So every time the LCARs change, just saw the mouse cursor. Big pet peeve of mine. So between the lighting, the thing on my shoulder, and the mouse cursor being wrong, and even my beard, my facial hair was kind of off to the side like that. Like I didn't straighten it. So I could not edit this fucking footage to save my life. So today, I just went in and re-answered all the questions. Hopefully better than I did yesterday. So I'll probably get around to editing that tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully it'll be up by Friday. If not, it might be out on the weekend or early next week. So it is Thanksgiving here on Monday. So it will be a holiday on Monday here in Canada. Normally we go to Sylvia's uncle's place in Toronto for Thanksgiving, but with all the COVID stuff going on and Sylvia's parents and her Oma and stuff being older, we don't want to risk it. So this year we're probably just doing Thanksgiving dinner at my place, just for our, like, me and Sylvia and the kids. Gonna invite Thomas and Cassie over and have something to eat for Thanksgiving. So be a much smaller Thanksgiving, but it'll still be good, hopefully. Hey, look, this is our White Oak School. Pretty bumping school. It's got a nice indoor pool. Wonder if Paul's watching and is hunting me down right now, like he did last time. Might have to change my course, my trajectory, when I go back home, so I don't get ambushed by the weird stalkerazzi. So yeah, my day was pretty busy. Like I said, re-recording all that. I think it's about the same length, just about an hour and a half, which for a Q&A might be long. That being said, most of our lives are about that long anyway, even my lives. So this will be a nice edited one, addressing your comments and your questions, and hopefully you guys will really enjoy it. Kind of get my feet wet again for getting back into doing Captain's logs on a more regular basis. So, like I said, if I can get it edited tomorrow, it'll be up by Friday. Otherwise, look for it sometime on the weekend or early next week. Speaking of the weekend, with tonight being the last episode for season 1 of Lower Decks, episode 10. Sunday we're doing our drunk Trekyards live, where you guys get to super chat, get us plastered or not. And we're going to do our live season 1 review and discussion and reevaluate some of our scores probably for the shows. So look forward to that on Sunday. And then next week, Thursday, we got season 3 of Discovery starting. So hard to believe we're at the end of season. I know. 10 fucking episodes. Like, what the hell? You need at least 20 episodes, especially of an animated show. I'm sick of this 10 episode thing for new shows. I think it's bullshit. That being said, season 2 of Lower Decks, which is pretty much already almost done, is going to be 12 episodes. So we get an extra 2 episodes, which is great. So yeah. Sick of 10 episode seasons too. Yeah. It's just not enough. It's not enough. It's enough to tell one story, one serialized story, and not very well, it seems, for shows like Picard. But if you want that old school Star Trek feeling, you need the episodic nature of it. You need time with your characters in different situations, which is why I'm glad that Strange New Worlds, the Pike show, is going to be more episodic and more optimistic. So again, getting back to that Star Trek-ness that we've all been missing, I think. So anywho, yeah, so it's gonna be a busy rest of the week, busy weekend, and then next week Paul's like, yeah, sorry, I won't be stalking you tonight, I got the kids. That's cool, Paul, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm hoping Discovery Season 3 is good. I hope it's, again, an improvement on Season 2, because Season 2 was a huge improvement on Season 1. That being said, all the good things about Season 2 are kind of gone now with Pike. But who knows? We'll see what we get. Should be good. Should be good, I would imagine. I'm going to just turn the camera this way for a second. So, anyway, guys, you got any questions or anything you want me to talk about? I also need to get a gimbal so I don't have the bouncy cam. Try to keep it nice and steady. I know where you are. That's because you're a creepy stalker man. It's not that hard to discern. Not like I'm hiding it, so. Now the thing is, do I want to go down this way, or do I want to head up towards Wellington? Not actually too sure which way I want to go. Yes, Paul. That's why. Actually, I'm going to go over this way. I'm going to head up towards Wellington. TOS Star Trek is the best Trek, just saying, okay? I mean, to some degree, I agree with you. But, hey, Commander Chuck. Look how nice and green the grass is. Look, there's no snow in Canada. It's amazing, isn't it? Such a nice night, though. Glad I agreed to go for a walk. Or I'm glad I decided to go for a walk. Could have gone for a drive in the Camaro. Could have just played VR live. I know, Ryan, I know, right? But no, I decided to go for a walk and get the walking in while I can. That being said, I should probably drive the Camaro while I can too. It's going away. It always goes away the end of October, beginning of November. So I should really drive it while I can. It's never been winter driven. And I store it now. I store it in an indoor facility over the winter to kind of preserve it. So it goes away the 1st of November, comes out early March, depending on the weather. Sometimes winter holds on a little bit longer here, but last year it was out like beginning of March, so. I really wish I would have done more walking this summer. But regrets, man. I'm telling you. So was it 9:47? Ooh, I think the Walmart might still be open. Not that I'm going to go in. I'm not going to go into Walmart, but let's hop across the parking lot here. You think in today's world, with people with cell phones and vloggers and FaceTime and Skype and Snapchat, somebody talking on their fucking phone at night wouldn't have people going, "What's he doing? I'm gonna look at him funny." Yeah. Fucking idiots. So there's the Walmart, the Best Buy. So, has anybody got any questions for me? Anything you want to talk about? Does anybody want to shoot me? Please shoot me. Does anybody want to shoot me a super chat? That'd also be appreciated. Yeah, Walmart's still open, probably for another 12 minutes. Did you play Dreams? No, I didn't even download it. It's like $53 fucking. I spent $54 on something that, from the demo, does not look that good. So, if there's a free trial of it, or if I would have known about it like last month when they had their VR sale on, it is that much, Dan. I looked up Dreams on PlayStation Store, and it's $53.99 Canadian. So, unless it was the wrong one, it was the only one that was listed, called Dreams. And it looked like something where you could create your own things. So, 30, I would consider buying it, but for 50, absolutely not. Not unless I played it first and knew exactly what it was about. I might look up some YouTube footage of it, see if anybody's got any good videos on it. Then I might consider getting it. Predator Hunting Grounds don't have that. Was going to get it when it first came out. Had the demo, the one-day trial or whatever it was. Didn't know it was a limited trial, so I downloaded it. Played 5 minutes of it and said I'll play it later. By the time I went back to play it, it was done. So it's like, for fuck's sakes. Then I saw the reviews of it, and it wasn't it wasn't getting the best reviews. Not that reviews mean anything, because people are kind of idiots. Oh, I would love for Elite Force to be remade for consoles. I do have Elite Force 2 for the PlayStation 2. But I would love a remastered Elite Force. I think that would be glorious. And what I'd really love is an Elite Force VR. That would be dope. So, anywho. So going for a walk, pretty long walk tonight, actually. By the time I get back home, I'll probably have walked. I don't have the Track My Walk app on right now, but last time I went this way, it was about 7.5, 8 kilometers. So, which makes sense. I'm about almost to the halfway point, and I've been doing the live for half an hour now. So I usually do about 1 kilometer, 9 minutes, give or take. So, depending how fast I'm walking. And since I'm not walking super fast tonight, because if I was doing my regular power walk, I'd be even more out of breath than I already am. So, the good thing is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my cough, a persistent cough that was always a thing, is much better. I don't know if you guys have noticed lately. So that's good. But very much out of shape. Very much need to walk more regularly, get out, do things. Instead of sitting at the computer or sitting playing VR, I'm always sitting. And I heard the stupidest goddamn thing probably 3 months ago, that sitting is the new smoking as far as being bad for your health. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, seriously? I did notice no coughing, says Chuck. Commander Stitch. Oh, we got a lot of commanders here. We got Commander Chuck, we got Commander Stitch. Commander Stitch puts in $2. Foley for U.S. president. I would clean things up for sure. I don't know if you'd like all my changes. And personally, I don't think I want to put up with the bullshit and the headaches that would be involved, or all the people that I'd have to deal with. So, I'm gonna say no. Hey, Mark Lawrence is here. Hey, Mark, how's it going? I just dropped in to say hi. Look, we're by Canadian Tire. Now, what's Canadian Tire, you're asking? All you American people. Canadian Tire is like a hardware automotive store, but they've recently been changed into what are called WWW stores. So Canadian Tire used to be very much a manly affair. Go in there for your tools, your automotive supplies. But the WWW stores that they've kind of revamped them all to, WWW stands for What Women Want. So, I mean, it's still got all the sporting goods, the automotive, big automotive section, big tool section. It's got lighting section, kitchen section, seasonal, of course. But yeah, Canadian Tire, it's a Canadian tradition. So, more than just tires. But it's all pink since they rebranded. It's not at all. Maple syrup. Dystopian guy. Come on now. Seriously? Oh, it's good that you guys are hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I don't know why anybody would want to watch me. I keep saying that. I have nothing important to offer. I just mumble and ramble. And it's funny because I think Paul can attest to this. Paul, who's on the chat right now, if he's still there, he's the guy that helps me with my Camaro. He's a friend of mine. He's an engineer. And it's really great because when I do my lives, I'm forced to talk. I'm forced to keep saying things, no dead air. Dead air is bad air, as they say. So when I do my lives and my captain's logs, I have no choice but to talk. But I'm sure Paul will attest to the fact that you meet me in person, I'm usually very quiet. I'm the observer of a group. I don't like talking. If we're with a group of people, I sit and I observe. I'm very much like Kirk from Space Seed. Sylvia is my Spock. I sit there and observe, look for weaknesses, look for bullshit, while she engages the person, talks, and gets information out of them. And I just sit there. If I have something important to say, I'll say it. But generally, not much of a talker. Commander Chuck, I enjoy you and Samuel's lives. I had a great conversation with you at Starfest. Starfest. Well, it was last year. I've only been to one Starfest. So, I'm trying to think. I wasn't at Starfest very much. I was actually hanging out with my buddy Cliff most of the time I was there in Denver. Trying to think who you are. I talk to a lot of people. I don't really remember necessarily. So I'm sorry, Commander Chuck. But Paul, I want Paul to chime in and tell them if I'm right. Do you think I'm quiet, generally speaking? I know I don't talk as much as Paul, I think, would like when we're working on the car or whatever. But I could be wrong. I could be a chatterbox and just not really realize it. So, see, that annoys me. This place over here, which is now right there, the 1160 Grill, 1160 Bar and Grill, used to be Tony Roma's. And every year for New Year's Eve, Sylvia and I would go there. That's one of the places that would take reservations on New Year's Eve. Beautiful, nice steakhouse. Now they're closed, and that's there. And I don't know if they're going to have the reservations or the same type of menu on New Year's Eve. And the reason we go there on New Year's Eve with Sylvia is because it's her birthday on December 31st. So, yeah. If you can see it, there's a cat there. A cat following this couple. I don't know if it's their cat or not, but... So yeah, every New Year's Eve we go out for dinner, and then we usually go back to our place and have some friends over and kind of have a birthday party / New Year's Eve thing. So I just hope that they do the reservations and stuff this year. I should probably check in advance so I'm not surprised at the time of. But Mark Lawrence, $7. 5 to 7 kilometers means $5 to $7 from me. I choose 7. Thank you, Mark. Twice the champagne then, huh? Ooh. That would be interesting, having a birthday on New Year's. It's not, though. See, you'd think that. So Sylvia's birthday is December 31st. One of her biggest complaints growing up was Christmas just hits. And then as things are winding down from Christmas, every one of her birthday parties turned into a New Year's Eve party. So she never felt like she had something special. Which I get. My birthday's in May, like the 5th month, middle of the year practically. So we got Christmas, then my birthday, which is great. Now, my youngest daughter, Cassie, her birthday's January 4th. So it's kind of the same thing for her. And interestingly enough, sure, Sylvia's birthday is December 31st. Sylvia is the oldest of 3 girls. The middle girl, Sandra, was born a year later, not even a full year later, because she was born on December 25th. She was born on Christmas Day the following year. So talk about really being screwed. Having your birthday on Christmas must suck. So, word of advice from Sylvia's mother. She says, trust me, the old wives' tale that you can't get pregnant while you're breastfeeding is bullshit. So keep that in mind, boys and girls. And then the youngest one, Susie, she was born, I want to say June 4th, June 5th. She's a few days after my birthday, and it's funny, I'm the youngest of 3 boys, all named S. My oldest brother Steve, middle brother Sean, and then there's me, Stuart. Sylvia is the oldest of 3 girls, all named with an S. Sylvia, Sandra, and Susie. And ironically enough, Susie and me have a shit ton in common. We're both Geminis, born like less than a week apart. She's a lot younger than me because, like I said, Sylvia is the oldest girl and she's 10 years younger than me. So Susie's, how old is Susie? That's a very good question. I don't know. Susie's in her late 20s, early 30s. But we have the same sense of humor, the same taste in decorating, we're very much Geminis. And it's funny as hell because it's just funny to me. That's all. But anyway, that was a weird tangent. All because I saw a restaurant. So we had a few super chats, which is great. We have 40 likes with 32 people watching. Again, that's fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. Honestly, like some more super chats would be greatly appreciated. We haven't done really well the last few lives we've done, and we're hoping that Discovery has interesting things to talk about so we can kind of pick that up a bit. But if you guys can super chat, please feel free. I'd really appreciate it. I know Samuel would too. That doesn't look quite right. That's an air conditioning unit that, I know it's cold out, but I'm not sure if that's supposed to be doing that. Also sounds kind of louder than it should. So this corner is finally done. This was under construction all fucking summer and caused a huge headache with traffic around here. Thank God it's finally done. This place over here, Chuck's Roadhouse, is a fantastic place to eat. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I gotta clean my lens by the looks of it. Look, London Travel In, $79.99. Free Wi-Fi, free continental breakfast. Dun dun dun. And only a few blocks from my house. So if you come to visit me, you got a place to stay. If you don't want to stay in the ready room, most of my guests stay in the ready room, especially if they're drunk. Just don't throw up on anything or I'll kill you. Right near the highway. It's dangerous. I mean, it can't be that dangerous, but anywho. And now suddenly, we've gone from London, Ontario to Miami. We're in Miami, bitches. So if you're from Miami, let me know. And I'll come and swing by for a visit. If you'll have good old Captain Foley joining you. "39 minutes, should be home in about 20, 25 minutes. Not even. Looks like maybe a 15-minute walk, but I could be wrong. Again, not walking as fast as I could be. Good old Miami swinger. Don't know what that means, but probably something dirty if I know my dystopian guy. Speaking of dystopian guy, have you done any more work on the interior of the USS Foley? I think that was you doing that. And I might have to hit you up for more L cars. Paul says, make sure you can move to Canada. Just be skilled. You need a bike, Captain. Go ahead. I don't. I do have a bike. I do have a mountain bike. It's probably got flat tires. I haven't biked for a long time. Used to bike quite a bit, but my ass would get sore. Those seats aren't big enough. Either that or I'm too fucking fat and heavy. Probably that last thing. But yeah, my ass would always get sore on bike rides. So I'd much rather walk. Plus, if you're walking up a hill, it's less inconvenient than biking up a hill. Of course, going down a hill is better on a bike, but it's not as much exercise because you're just coasting. So walking overall is better. Paul said I was responding to someone above. I figured as much. A lot of people want to move to Canada, especially these days. Your shirt reminds me I need more Trek merch. I only have my uniform and it's sad. Well, it's a Trekyards shirt. Hit up, link in the description of every video, our Teespring store. We got a bunch of Trekyards merchandise. So not necessarily Star Trek, but Trekyards. It supports the channel, helps us out, and we love seeing our merchandise out and about in the wild. That being said, this shirt is not available. I got a bunch made. I got the TNG maroon. I've got the TOS yellow in this style, and also a gray one, which is like the off-duty shirt or the Nemesis shirt. Go hiking is much more. Yeah, but the problem is, I mean, there are a lot of places around here where I could hike, but it seems like a lot more work. But yeah, hiking is something that I would consider doing. I have one of the shirts. Thanks, Captain. They are nice. Well, you don't have one of these ones. Hi, baby. Hello. Good. Yeah, Paul, you don't have one of these ones. These are the Trekyards official uniform shirts. Only I have these because I'm the captain. But speaking of, the place that I get them embroidered with the Trekyards logos, right here. Embroidery place. How ironic, we're talking about the shirt just as I walk by the place. What Paul has is one of the Trekyards shirts with the Trekyards and the pinup lady. And those t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, all that stuff's available at the Teespring store, so you can go get some. And there's bunch of different pinup shirts as well. Paul just said he has the pinup shirt. And he's got the original redhead pinup. But we have an Andorian, we have a Cardassian, we have a Romulan, we have a Klingon, we have a Cetacean. I think that's it. We also have our Las Vegas 2019 expedition shirt, which has, let's see, we got a Borg lady on that, a Romulan, a Gorn lady, a Cetacean again, a human, an Andorian, a Klingon. Got a bunch of ladies on that because each of the ladies is holding a different letter in Trekyards. So Jordan Shred, good evening, Captain. Nice night for a walk. Was it as extremely windy in London today as it was in Toronto? I wasn't outside much. I was downstairs recording most of the day. So, but from what I saw, no, it wasn't very windy at all. So I'm gonna have to go with a no. That would be a big old no on that one. 10 after 10. Look, it's a jail. It's the Exeter Street Jail, right there. That's where all the criminals live. Not a prison, just a jail, but still. Now Paul really knows where I am. Right on. No. This is not a highway. See, this is just Exeter Road. It's 4 lanes, but it's not a highway. It is just off the 401 though. The 401 is just right over there a little bit. And the 401 is like the main highway here in Canada. At least in Ontario. But anyway, so yeah, this is not the main highway. Might sound like it, might feel like it at times, but it's pretty dead actually. This is just generally a good place to take the Camaro for a spin. BJ Vincent, $2. Have you seen Record Deviant Art Bridge Designs? I might have in passing. The name doesn't sound familiar, but chances are I've seen them. Did you already say, is that Exeter? I did already say, and yes, it is Exeter. There's a Mustang. And not one of the nice Mustangs. There are a few nice Mustangs, I will say that. That was not one of them. That being said, there's some really fucking hideous Camaros. Any Camaro that's 4th gen, bleh. But that's another story. I love the Mustang's turn signals. It's like it's a turn signal that a kindergartner would design. Like, look, I'm going that way. Is it necessary? When they first came out, I thought, those turn signals are really cool. The more I see them, the more I'm like, it's kind of gimmicky and not really needed. Busy street. Exeter's not really ever busy, Paul. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Oh, I smell a skunk. That's not good. So are you guys enjoying hanging out with me, talking to me, whatever? I mean, it's got to be boring. Maybe them are jets flying by. No, Curtis, those are cars for sure. Here comes a truck. You know, despite the fact that I said that Exeter is not a busy street, there's a lot of more truck traffic on here tonight than as usual. Here comes another truck going the other way. So I don't know if there's a detour somewhere or something, but I don't know, are you guys having a good time? Or is it just me? Come to a realization that my ass is itchy. There. I had to scratch it when no one was looking. Except all the people that are looking online and watching me right now. Paul, hey, it's time for me to put Avon to bed. I probably won't get back in time. Why did I say it like that? Who am I talking like? All right, Paul, we'll see you later. Good, I'm glad you're having a good time watching me ramble on like a crazy old man. I don't feel old. I'm 46. I don't feel old. I still feel like I'm fresh out of high school. My back says otherwise. Other than that, I don't feel old. I don't think I look that old. And I see other 46-year-olds that are billionaires, and they look like 46-year-old billionaires. And I'm like, God damn, you don't look as young as I do. Anyway, that's another issue. Another thing I noticed tonight watching a show. But have you seen the Audi concept taillights? I have not. There's some really cool cruise ones that I was thinking of maybe replacing the cruise taillights with, that do kind of a funky thing. But is it really necessary? You're only as old as the woman you feel, my friend. It's funny because all my women have got younger and younger. My ex-wife, she was 4 years younger than me. And then after that divorce, the next person I dated for a few years, she was like 6 years younger than me. Then I met Sylvia, and she's 10 years younger than me. So, and I've been with Sylvia now for 11 years. Super happy. So, that's a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. Good lad says, oh, question of Trek. I think you are the guys that asked us to be on the 24th for your quiz show. As far as I know, it'll be a yes from both Samuel and myself. Could be that it's just me because I'm creepy. What? Why is Paul saying I'm creepy? Because my women keep getting younger? That's the beautiful thing about getting older. No matter how old you get, high school girls will always be high school girls. All right. Yeah, that was creepy to say. But anyway. All right. So there's a bus coming up on an intersection that I could get off of Exeter and turn onto the side streets. Or I can go down one more block. But I think I'm going to get off Exeter at this point. I think that's probably the best idea. Mechanics 1228. Why are you crying? What's wrong? Ha 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 ha. They're old enough when they leave school. I hear that's a 40 thing. LOL, I'm joking. Well, I could say some things here, but they're jokes, but I think people might be offended if they take it the wrong way, so I'll just shut up now. I've yet to experience my mid-age crisis. That being said, I'm thinking buying a new car soon. I was going to get one of the new, or even like a few years old, but a Nissan Maxima. I really like those. A car that my younger self would probably never agree was cool. But then I started thinking, why not just get a Camaro? One of the newer Camaros. Either a brand new one or one that's a few years old. I'm not really a huge fan of the newest body style, but like the 5th gen ones. But then I'm thinking, at the same time, if I get a Camaro, it's going to have to be a V8, which is not going to be fuel efficient at all. And I have to drive it in the winter, which is overpowered, and don't want it really falling apart. Do I really want a Camaro as my other car? Because Sylvia will have her car. I'll have the 79 Camaro, and right now I have a Cruise, a 2012 Cruise turbo, 6-speed. But anyway, that's only like a 4-banger, so it's great on gas. It's good for road trips, good in the winter. good general daily driver around the city, have to worry about burning gas, I'm not going to get a Mercedes. Mercedes are for douches. At least it ain't a BMW. Get a yellow convertible. I will never get a convertible anything. No. I would get a yellow Camaro for sure with black rally stripes, but yeah, so the thought occurred to me, do I really want a Camaro? Like I said, it would have to be a V8. There's no sense getting a 6-cylinder. And then I want to take care of it and be the Camaro guy. I have 2 generations of Camaros in the driveway, but I don't want it getting salt all over it every winter and falling apart in a few years. Bumblebee, bruh. Right. Get the Bumblebee edition one. Absolutely. Get a straight shift. It's a dying art these days. A straight shift. What's that? I want a standard for sure. Like I love driving a standard. Like that's why I love that the Cruise is a 6-speed, because manual transmissions are like the best. Took me forever to find that one too. I'd go into a dealership and say, do you have anything with a manual transmission? Manual transmission? Why would you want that, man? Because I want to fucking drive my car and not have it drive me. The problem, and the good thing is, when I bought the Cruise, the guy's like, why do you want a manual? This is like another dealership, because literally the one I walked into, I said, what do you have in manual transmissions? And the guy's like, why do you want a manual transmission? I was like, thank you, bye. Idiot. I was gonna say the manual transmission was great, because when I finally did find the one that I wanted, he's like, why are you getting a manual transmission? Just out of curiosity. I'm like, well, I like driving, and my wife and my kids don't know how to drive standard. He's like, you, sir, are a genius. I'm like, you're goddamn right. That way it can't be like, Dad, can I borrow your car? Well, if you can get out of the driveway, sure. So yeah, even Sylvia's afraid to drive standard, so whatever. It's fine. Keeps my car in good shape, and only I drive it, so it's fine. It's a little inconvenient at times. Like if I'm out with Sylvia's car, because it's the last one in the driveway, and she's got a nice car. She's got a Nissan Altima, 2017. But if I'm out with that, and she's at home, and something happens, she can't drive the Cruise, and she doesn't want to drive the Camaro, even though she could. But Wisconsin's going to do a state of emergency. Well, COVID cases are on the rise here. They're thinking that another lockdown might be imminent, but not sure. There was a press conference today with our minister, Ontario, whatever the hell he is. I don't even know his job description, but he's a fucking idiot. Doug Ford, or is it Doug Ford? Or is that his brother? I don't fucking remember. Some dipshit named Ford. Fucking retard. Anyway, there was a press conference with him live this afternoon that I missed. I saw the notification. So maybe that we are back in another lockdown or a tightening of restrictions, so I don't know. But I don't pay attention to politics anyway. I just know that people are idiots. So, Mark Lawrence, $10. Think of it this way. When EVs take over, the V8 will be kept like those few people that have horses and ride them on the weekends. The V6 will be the same, except sub-in burritos. Sub-in burros instead of horses. So, donkeys. It's a little harsh. My buddy Blappy's all into the electric cars. He's developing, projects and stuff for that. He's like, yeah, one day those gas guzzlers will be a thing of the past. And I'm like, but I like my V8. I want to drive it. He says, well, you'll have to pay a carbon or emissions tax. Have to be tax through the nose to drive your polluter of a car. And I'll be like, oh, fucking care, I'll still do it. That being said, he also made me the offer to upgrade the 79 Camaro to an all-electric once the technology's advanced enough. And trust me, as Mark Lawrence knows, he's got a Tesla. Electric cars fucking go. The technology needs some tweaking first, but I wouldn't mind converting the Camaro at some point, as long as it still sounds like my car. I don't want to install speakers really for engine sound, so this is probably something that'll never happen. But the feeling of an electric acceleration is fucking phenomenal. The Camaro power cars, there's a Tesla small box Chevy drop-in. It's too early. The technology's still not there yet for me. I'd want something like the Remick, which is a Croatian supercar, a super electric, where there's a electric motor on every fucking wheel for like 1,000 whatever horsepower, something ridiculous. But no, the difference is, like the Camaro, it's got a lot of power. It's a V8, right? When you floor it, it snaps your head back. And this is the way I equate it. So it snaps your head back, right? The Tesla, or any electric car, you stomp on that and your internal organs all like shift to the back of your body. There's no real head snappage. It's just like everything inside of you just goes super compressed to your spine. Yeah, Mark is going to be getting a tri-motor Cybertruck, one of the new Tesla trucks. And I'm looking forward to, next time we're down his way, to getting a ride in that, Mark. You always take care of us when we're down there, which I really appreciate that. I wouldn't mind driving the Cybertruck. Just saying. That'd be great. So, all right, so 62 minutes, just over an hour. And I'm literally like 5 minutes from home. My calculations were all spot on. It's a nice hour-long walk and chat with you guys, which is great. I can't wait to walk around closer to Halloween. I love walking around at Halloween just because of all the Halloween decorations. I used to be one to decorate the house all the time. Cemetery out front, full-size mummy. I got some really great Halloween props. But honestly, the last few years, just haven't felt like it. So, same with Christmas. Love decorating for Christmas. Last few years, have not wanted to do it. And then to take it down in January, the fuck, man? I don't want to do that shit. I was an excuse to don my uniform again. I just walk around with my fucking uniform on, like the dork I am. You should probably watch my Halloween live streams from the last 2 years. Go back and watch them. I think last year's might have been a live stream. The year before was a good edited one. We actually had a really good captain's log for that one. So maybe check it out. This Halloween is going to be bunk. No one is going out trick-or-treating. No sense of setting up Halloween. No sense in setting. Is there no sense in setting them up, or is there more sense? Because if nobody's going out trick-or-treating, do you want to lose the feeling of Halloween, or do you want to ramp it up so everywhere you drive leading up to Halloween just feels like fucking Halloween? So I can see a case for each. But I'm kind of right there with you. I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't know what the city mandate is for trick-or-treating. I don't know if it's been announced, but I think it's going to be pretty whack. 37 people watching with 51 likes. That's awesome, guys. If you haven't hit like yet, consider hitting like. Would love to see another like or two on there. Halloween idea. Kids stay on their lawn in costumes and drivers go by throwing candy to the kids from their cars. Whipping candy at kids. Problem is, though, you could transmit COVID that way still. So I think a lot of parents would have issues with that. 52 likes. Thank you, Question of Trek. Hit that like button. All out of breath. I'm literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses away from my house on my street. So I might still do a VR live, continue playing Star Wars Squadrons. I think I'm probably a little bit more than halfway done the game, and it's just a blast. The only issue I have is the PlayStation VR is a little bit blurry. The graphics aren't quite where they should be because I don't have like the top of the line PlayStation 4. I got one of the cheaper ones apparently. And so when I'm streaming it, people are like, wow, these look like 1990 graphics. That's a shame because the game looks fantastic. But in VR, it is a little muddy. It's a little blurry. It looks like Vaseline on the lens a little bit, which is a shame, but it's still fun as hell. And once you get into the game, it's fun. War God 6, I wish Star Trek Bridge Crew would add the Defiant as a playable ship. I hear ya. They need to do some more DLCs for that. They won't. What they need to do now is do a Bridge Crew 2 and have those ships available. And some other DLCs as well. So, and here I am on my front lawn. So guys, I am going to call it quits. Thank you so much for joining me on this live adventure. It's always fun to chat with you guys. Makes the walks a little bit more bearable, I guess, different. Here's the Camaro. Look how dirty she is. I just cleaned it, like shiny, like a week and a half ago. Took it out a few times, and now it's kind of rained and just dirty. Yeah. But here's the Camaro. So thank you guys for joining me on my walk. And it's my neighbor's minivan. I don't own a minivan. No, I own nice cars, you see. Car cover. Yeah, I have one, but it's ripped. I need to get a new one. But here she is, my baby. Camaro, my Cruise. And then Sylvia's Ultima, which I'm a big fan of. I really like the Ultima. I can't really see it, but trust me, it's nice. So anyway, guys, like I said, thank you for joining me. If I do a VR live, please come and join me for that if you can. And I really want to thank you guys for joining me for the walk. It was fun and gives me something to do. So thank you so much, guys. Oh, and subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel. Go over and do that now. There are links for it in the description down below. Also, just type in Captain Foley personal channel on YouTube. You'll find it. Subscribe to the channel because these kind of videos are going to be going over there soon. They're not going to be available on the Trekyards channel after probably by next year. So I'll slowly be moving some stuff over there as exclusive content. Still having the regular Captain's Logs on the Trekyards channel, but if you're into these, if you're into the regular Captain's Logs, my lives, my gameplays, anything Captain Foley related, then go subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel because pretty soon that's the only place you're going to be able to get that stuff. The Trekyards stuff will still be the Trekyards stuff, but any Captain Foley exclusive content will only be over there. So I don't want to get more subscribers. I'm only at 2,060. I'd like to get as many as I can, obviously. That's one of the reasons I stream all this stuff on this channel, because we have over 55,000 subscribers, so just more chance of it being seen by people. But what I'm going to start doing is putting this stuff over there and then sharing the links on the Facebook page and stuff, so that you kind of have to subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel if you want to get it. So anyway, please consider going do that. I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, live long and prosper. It's Captain Foley signing off. Have yourselves a good night.